Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. So, going to talk to you about some basic concepts for the next couple of videos that hopefully will lead into the unveiling of the updated REPC. So, these are having sat on the committee and having had a preview of this contract. I think there's some foundational concepts that, if we understand well, might help us in the transition. So, first one I want to talk about is acceptance. So, in contract law, you can dictate how a contract is, or an offer is accepted within the contract itself. And so the current REPC says, hopefully this is a refresher, that it must be signed and communicated. And then you have a valid acceptance. Well, let's just say that changed. Could it change? Yeah, that's not a default of how a contract has to be accepted. That is very specific to this REPC. And so, could that change? Just calm down. Calm down. Just, could it change? It could. Probably will. So let's say it said something like it must be signed and delivered. Could that be the way a contract is accepted? That a copy of the signed offer has to be provided? Well, yeah. If that's what the contract asks for, so in essence, that's what the buyer is asking for when they send over the offer, because it's written in the contract. Like, here's how I'll know, seller, you're accepting my offer to purchase your home, is that you will sign and communicate it, or you'll sign and send over the signed copy, which in practice is what I think 90% of you are doing already. But understand that that's how a contract works, is it gets to say how the offer will be accepted. And it just so happens there's usually default language. Well, there's always been default language in the REPC since I've been around that says how it will be accepted. So if that were, I don't know, to change a little, just remember it's what the contract says. And in practice, probably won't be that different from what you're doing now. But good concept to understand that the contract says in its own language how to accept it. Preview, things to come. So remember, this is not legal advice. This is legal information only. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. Thanks for tuning in.